Good afternoon, students. In our ratio analysis, there are certain type of ratios which study the interpretation and the financial statements analysis. There are certain ratios. Earlier we discussed about the liquidity ratios. Today we will take the capital structure, also known as the leverage ratios. These ratio indicates the long-term solvency of a firm and indicate the ability of the firm to meet its long-term commitment with respect to first, repayment of principal on maturity or in predetermined installment at due dates and periodic payment of interest during the period of the loan. Hence, we can say that the capital structure or the leverage ratios are related with the long-term obligations of the company. If we if we classify the capital structure or leverage ratios, there are different ratios which are known as debt equity ratio, proprietary ratio, third is debt to total capital ratio, fourth interest coverage ratio, and debt service coverage ratio. Today we will discuss the debt equity ratio. First of all, let us understand what is the meaning of debt equity. This ratio indicates the relative proportion of debt and equity in financing the assets of the firm. It is calculating by dividing the locked-up debt by shareholders' funds. So what we have to see, students, here, we have to see how much long-term debts is being charged, and we will divide it by shareholders' fund, and that will show the debts equity of the company, where generally the financial institutions idle ratio is 2:1. That means if the long term debts is 2 and the shareholders fund is 1, it always shows the satisfactory position for the company. However, the standards should be applied having regard to size and type and nature of business and the degree of risk involved. So, in short, debt equity ratio clear the picture that what is the proportion of debt, okay, and debt is also the nature is long term and be divided by shareholders funds. Now, which things we will including long term funds? Long term funds consist of secured and unsecured funds like debentures, bonds, loans from financial institutions, etc. While in shareholders funds, it involved equity share, capital plus reference share capital, plus reserves and surplus. But here what we have to do, we will minus all the fictitious assets. Okay, fictitious assets includes preliminary expenses, past accumulated losses, discount on issue of shares, etc. Okay, so in short, in shareholders fund we will take the equity capital plus the preference share capital and less the fictitious assets. Now let us take a numerical and understand the solution. Here you can see the equity share capital is of rupees 1 lakh, general reserve 45,000, accumulated profits 30,000, debentures rupees 75,000, sundry trade creditors 40,000, outstanding expenses 10,000. From this, we are supposed to calculate the debt equity ratio. As I say, debt equity ratio, the formula is all the long-term debts divided by the shareholders fund. Now, for shareholders fund, we will plus the equity share capital plus reserve and all the accumulated profits. Okay, here as we can see, equity share capital is of rupees 1 lakh plus reserves rupees 45,000 plus accumulated profits is rupees 30,000. The total is 1,75,000, which is the shareholders fund. And here the long term debts includes only the debenture, okay, and the amount is rupees 75,000. For debt equity ratio, it would be divided by 75,000 would be divided by the shareholders fund. So what we are getting, the proportion is 3:7. Simply 3:7 is the long term loan is 3 and the shareholders share is 7. Okay, and the idle is 2:1, but we are getting more than 2:1. So you can say the company is in a satisfactory position. Again, let us take a one more question. You have to compute the debt equity ratio. Total assets are given rupees 2 lakh. Debtors rupees 1,20,000. Current liabilities are given rupees 40,000. Here, first of all, we have to compute the long-term debts. For long-term debts, total debts minus current liabilities. As you can see, total debts are given 1,20,000. From this, we will less the current liability, that is rupees 40,000. So rupees 80,000 is the long-term debts. Now, in case of shareholders' funds, total assets minus total debts. Okay, now you can see total assets are 2 lakh. Now less total debts. Total debts are of rupees 1,20,000. So this rupees 80,000 is the shareholders fund. Okay, all of us know the formula is long term debts rupees 80,000 divided by shareholders fund 80,000. Here we are getting 1:1. So the ideal level, the standard level is it should be 2:1, but the answer is 1:1, which is not satisfactory at all. So the company should improve the debt equity, okay, in case of the long term debts as well as the shareholders fund.